I always get a ping like, do you want to live in this flat? And I'm like, no, that's not me anymore. She's back. So today's video is just on how I have gone about flat hunting in Manchester for the past about 4 years, how I go about it, what I do, things I've learned, things that I am going to take forward if I ever move out of here, which is unlikely because I absolutely love this flat. It is fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. No, I didn't film this when I said I would because I sat down, took a cup of tea, 5 minutes, and 5 minutes became 5 hours. Why are there kids outside? Like, what is the reason? It's actually been quiet all day. They want to go outside and have fun in a Panasonic. But let's get on it. Number 1, make a budget. Yes, I know you want to go right on Rightmove and start looking at 5-bedroom mansions in city centre that you can rent out. Ain't gonna happen yet. I always thought budgets were kind of hard and really confusing. I'm not the keenest bee with Excel, but the amazing thing is that people out there have probably already done it for you. So when I was a student, what I did was use the student budget on the Money Savers website. No, what's it called? I'll put it in the link below, but his website, Martin Lewis's website, it's got a really cool budget for students on how to budget for your rent, your expenses coming in, coming out, so you're aware of what you should be spending each term and also what you sort of can afford and can't afford for rent. I use that all the way up into my masters because it works. It's really simple. Not me getting a cheeky delivery whilst I'm telling you not to spend your money. Anyway, before you even look at Manchester, make a budget, just a rough. Include nights out because it's a city to go out. It's such a fun, bubbly city. There's bars and clubs all over town. So be realistic. You're going to go out quite a lot and you're going to get drinks and you're going to get meals. So put that in your budget and be clear about it. And you can always tweak it up. When I hit masters / sort of finally had like my graduate job, I then switched to Patricia Bright's budget. And that's what I currently use for this flat. That's what I'm using to estimate my ins and out because now there's like taxes, insurance. I use her website, her Excel sheet now, and that's available on her YouTube, but I'll also link it below because I think it's amazing. It's just to know how much you think you can afford on rent without feeling stressed out. There's certain things that you just forget unless you put written down and you make yourself accountable to those things. So that's step 1 of, it was a bit like long, but step 1 is make a budget, and there are 2 really good resources to make a budget with. Step 2 is something that I wrote in my notebook, so I'm gonna have to go back and get it. Step 2 is, where do you want to live in Manchester? Districts, different areas that you can really enjoy as a student / young person, graduate, adult, young person, adult-ish. This is Manchester and the city centre, and these are like the cool spots where loads of young people live and try to rent in Manchester. And you've got Anchors, which is a bit outside of the city centre, but still loads of young people who live and work there, and it's very artsy and communal, and I think when it's summer it's really great to go out for drinks. I've lived just outside of the city centre as well, and that's been fine. It's been like an extra 5-minute walk from everyone, like from everything else, but it was still close enough. I'd happily rant about what I think of each area. Step 3 was the hardest this time round. So when you're a student in Manchester, obviously first year you get probably put in student halls, you meet all your friends there or from your course. I mean, it's a whole Panasonic outside, so I actually don't know how people are doing that, but in essence that's how you meet people, I think. And then second year you obviously live with them. Things like might change, and you might then meet more people and live with different people in third year / fourth year. That's pretty much what I did. First year, random people turned out to be my best friends. Hi. Second year, lived with the same people. That was amazing. Then third year, everyone like spread out, but it was kind of cool because then I got to like live with this new set of girls, and I was pretty comfortable living with them. I met them through the Fallowfield group chat. I think that's honestly how I was like, oh, I just need someone to like, I'm a third year, just want to live with a bunch of girls that are quite calm and cool. They were cool, calm, maybe not, but it was actually kind of fun. It was kind of nice to have them about and just like be friendly. Back for masters, had friends, and we lived together. and that was my old place, which was great for whilst we were students. I think after the lease was over, we did renew it because obviously we weren't quite sure what was going to happen. And this brings me to this flat. So in this flat, I am a graduate with a graduate job. So is my new flatmate. How did we meet? You know, how do you meet friends? How do you make friends as an adult? Could someone please tell me? None of the 2 people or 3 people that I've met so far, I'm like shook. Is there a group chat for us? I mean, it is a pandemic outside, so socializing is limited, and I get that, but after that, what's my excuse? As a young adult, moving to Manchester and don't know anyone and need to find a flat, and Spare Room is an amazing website. I use that to find my new flatmate, also find new people just that were quite cool, and all you do is you make a little advert about yourself on the website and just say what you're looking for, what your budget is, what your vibe is, and then you can message people and people can message you, and then you sort of message each other until you're like, oh, this sounds good, like we should probably meet. Do not move in with someone who you've never met before but sounded great. Like, you have to meet this person in person. It's a must. And ask these random questions. Do they like quiet starts them on early risers, night risers? Are you very active? Are you not? Because you're gonna have to live with this person at least for 6 months to 12 months, depending on your tenancy. Are you vegan? Does it bother you if I'm not? What you're looking for also in a flatmate is really important, because some people just want someone to pay the rent and like never speak to them ever again. And I know I don't want that. Like, I wanted someone who was going to be friendly, bubbly, and would chat, watch films together, but also be comfortable having their own space, because sometimes I just want to be in my room and watch Netflix and not speak to anyone, like switch my phone off, dead ass. And then I'm like, oh my god, let's go make smoothies and like go for a walk. So you gotta meet someone who matches your energy. You have to live with them, and also they have to be responsible. Like, don't just be someone like, oh, they're so cool and they're so vibes. You don't want to be in debt because your flatmate stops paying rent. So if you're a student and you're looking at this video like, oh, that's completely not helped me because I'm a student, but I actually didn't make any friends in first year, and now I want to stay in Manchester, I live here, but I don't know anyone. I've tried Spare Room and it's not my vibe. And you want to find flatmate, or you want to fit into a flat that's already quite full, house that's already quite full in the student area of Manchester, then you've got the Fallowfield group chat. Is amazing. Everyone's always losing their flatmate in that group chat forever, advertising their room because they're going on a gap year or they've got a year abroad. So, you know, check that out. It's really, really great. Before viewings, that was not going to happen in a pandemic. So, you know, we got really lucky and accidentally got to view this flat when we weren't supposed to. Check those up as soon as you can, because Manchester market moves fast. And when I say fast, we had the viewing for this flat on a Wednesday. We got it sort of agreed in principle on Thursday. We were kind of holding out for a different flat to view on Saturday. By Friday of the same, all of this in the same week, that flat had already been rented out. So things in Manchester move so fast. Make sure you get a good list of flats that you like, that meet your criteria, and start calling as soon as possible. This flat, when we looked at it, the pictures were great and we really liked the decor of it. It was spacious, it was bright light, and that's something that was really important to us. And what really sold me for it was the finish. Make sure that when you are looking at viewings online, ask them if they're recent pictures and videos, because I've seen my old flat advertised with very old pictures. If you do get to go on physical viewings, these are random things that you probably have never thought of that are actually really important. Get your phone out and check your reception, because you don't want to be in a flat that looks amazing and you can't call anyone, you can't FaceTime anyone, you can't message anyone because you've got crap reception. And some random buildings are just like that, and I don't understand why, because it's 2020. But no, it's not 2020, it's 2021. It's just stuck in the drama. If you can, ask the current tenants, ask them why they're moving out, because you might just be dodging a bullet just by asking them an honest question like, why are you leaving? Be cheeky. Ask for a price reduction. Always ask, because if you don't ask, you're definitely not going to get. In our old flat, I didn't go for the viewing, but my past, like previous flatmate was a superstar and was like, can we get this price reduction because we'll stay a bit longer? And they were like, yeah, we'll give you this price reduction, fantastic. So we saved a bit of money on rent and it was fabulous. Asked for 6 months, words. We asked for a 6 months break clause. This is why these are amazing. If you get a 6 month break clause, it means you get to move in, try out the flat for 6 months, and if it fits and it's exactly what you dreamed of, and it's fabulous. The landlords are great, the estate agents are great. You just carry on to your 1-year lease and then hopefully renew at the end of that. If it turns out to be like, you know, a fantastic flat but you've got crazy next door neighbours, or your packages keep getting stolen, you're only there for 6 months and then you get to break the lease with no penalties and move out and try and find somewhere else. So it's really important to just try and see if you can get one of those in there in your contract before you move in, because I think it's amazing. I get to try this place out. Hopefully it stays as amazing as it's been so far. And then if it's not, I just say toodaloo and I do another video, which is better planned. The last thing is now renting. Actually, when you get down to it, it really links into budget, because it's not just first month rent and 5 weeks deposit. You know, you're moving in, you're probably gonna have to pay TV license, insurance, all the bills. You're not, but you're still gonna have to pay something pretty soon. There'll be a bill. You gotta buy random stuff to fit your new space. You might need more furniture, you might need cleaning equipment, you probably need loads of random things you've just not thought about before actually being in that space. You thought, oh, I have all of this. Yeah, but you have in a completely different colour scheme to your new bathroom, so I mean, you could keep it, you could. You probably should. But are you? And your secure deposit, which just hurts. Like seeing that money leave your account.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But yeah, that is pretty much what you should know before moving to Manchester. I have not got loads of detail about the city centre of Manchester, because I'm probably going to try and record this in a video with things so I can point at them. I saw someone do it on Instagram, so I'm going to give it a go. And if it comes out crap, you might see it, you might not.